And let's go now to Democratic Congresswoman Cori Bush, because she's on the House Judiciary Committee, and she questioned Attorney General Garland today. So I appreciate your time, Congresswoman. So you were there in that room with Merrick Garland, right? And did you leave the hearing today convinced that Attorney General Garland will prosecute Steve Bannon for contempt of Congress, or are you unsure?
All I can go by is, he said that, he would apply the law. And so we're looking and we're waiting. The only thing that I can go by is what he said for right now. I am hopeful because we won't let up. That's the one thing about it. We won't let up in the same way that I brought forward, talking about the police killings and things that people may feel like this is not, like we have other things to talk about right now. I won't let that die. I'm not going to let this go. So, and so many people in that room, so many of us, people across the country, we need our Attorney General. We need our Justice Department to make this very plain and prosecute. There should be no immunity for Steve Bannon. No immunity. Absolutely not. When you have the chief white supremacist advisor to the white supremacist in chief being the one to say these things and to what we just heard, how is he able to then, try to push for executive privilege? I don't even remember him being in the administration.
Right. Well, and of course, Trump, as you point out, Trump had fired him, and he was not an employee of the administration during the time he's now claiming executive privilege. Plus, as you're also alluding to, right, there's no privilege for that would exclude talking about a crime. So we do know, Congresswoman, that Steve Bannon could be crucial to this investigation because of some of those things that he said, right? And he urged Trump to return to Washington for the rally. And again, just so everyone can hear, here's what he said the day before the rally.
All hell is going to break loose tomorrow. Just understand this. All hell is going to break loose tomorrow. It's not going to happen like you think it's going to happen, okay? It's going to be quite extraordinarily different. And all I can say is strap in. The War Room, a posse. You have made this happen, and tomorrow it's game day. So strap in.
So if the Attorney General decides not to prosecute, right, because, I mean, I have to put that out there because keep in mind, he has not prosecuted Trump or anyone in Trump's administration for anything at this point. I know you said you're not going to relent, but does this take the teeth out of the committee?
No, I don't believe so. I think that the committee is looking for everything. The fact that we even have a committee after everything that, transpired to try to stop the committee. And, I think that the people that are on that, people that are on the committee, those that are part of the Judiciary Committee, none of us will just let this go. And I think that Steve Bannon will have to, not only Steve Bannon, but the insurrectionist period. I think that even right now, as we're seeing these sentences, some of which, are 3-month sentences and all of that, which would probably should be more as it relates to what they did. I don't believe that. I believe that at some point there has to be a reckoning in this area, and it's up to our Justice Department to do it.
All right. As I mentioned, of course, Congresswoman, we're moments away from a CNN town hall with President Biden. And obviously a huge topic tonight will be the spending bills. So today, Senator Joe Manchin told CNN he does not think a framework agreement can be reached by tomorrow, as Democratic leaders had hoped, right? Keep saying there's going to be a framework, and then it keeps getting delayed. Right now, the vote on the bipartisan infrastructure bill, right, which had a lot of Republican support in the Senate, is scheduled for October 31st. If there is no, let's just be clear. You said you will not vote for that infrastructure spending bill without the bigger spending bill. Does that still stand as your position?
Absolutely, it still stands. My position, as well as the Congressional Progressive Caucus, we've made it very clear that this human infrastructure bill has to be in place. I cannot tell childcare workers that you don't count, but we want to make sure that those that are doing our construction work do. They count more than you. I can't tell them that we don't know when this will come back around. So you know what? We don't have a plate. We don't have anyone to take care of grandma needing to be at home. We don't have money for our schools. We don't have money. We can't say that we don't have money for climate action when we know what's happening to our planet right now. So no, I stand against voting for the bipartisan infrastructure package if there is no, if the Build Back Better Act is not, if we don't have that. They have to go together.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, Congresswoman Bush. Thanks.
Thank you.